Hi and welcome. I'm Oracle Asherah. This is an angel guided energy reading for fire element. So this can also include Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We all have fire elements in our birth chart, so this can apply to everyone also. All right, let's get started with our messages. All right, first card, Lovers. All right, let's see what is going on. What do we need to hear? Okay. All right, so new ideas, new thoughts, new ways of thinking, which brings in a new way of being. All right. All right. So this will be good for our divine feminine to step into more of a nurturing role. We do need to nurture our relationships, whether they are personal or professional, right? So we need to have compassion, understanding, consciousness, awareness, and kindness in what we're doing. So that is the softness that we need to bring to ourselves as we shift in energies, as also as we assist and work with others. Okay, so whether that is professional or love. All right, so we do have love fulfillment here. We do have someone here showing kindness, love, and support. They have your back. They are showing that they are committed and they are loving you. Right. Okay, so as we begin our journeys this month, it seems like there's a lot of new energy here. So we really need to depend on ourselves. We need to depend on what we know, what we feel, what is. Sometimes we need to be tested and discover our wingspan, our power, our grace, our connections, our family, our support, our value, our worth. So sometimes we need to be pushed into a situation in order to discover I got this, to discover I know this, to discover I can do this. And sometimes it's together we can do this. Okay. Yes, so I do see some beginnings here, some movement through storm, right? So sometimes storms can be perceived as dangerous or you know debilitating as far as limiting as far as what we can do. All right, but sometimes storms are clearing energy. Storms are putting us in a position where we need to reflect. Storms are putting us in a situation where we can evaluate, redirect. Things sometimes die, fall apart, wash away, break off in storms in nature. So sometimes we need to allow things that are dead for us to also fall off and break off, separate from. So, like, however that makes sense to you. Okay, so with the power of the storm is a gift of clearing, cleaning. Okay, so maybe do some work for yourself and evaluate and reflect upon that idea. Okay. Yes. Yes. So right. So there will be obviously some situations here that will be challenging, but overall, I feel that these challenges are good because it's going to let you see people's loyalty. It's going to let you see people's love for you, people um, coming for you. It'll also let you see how much you have this. Okay? All right. So don't get stuck too much in your head about things. Okay? There is opportunity, there is options. Patience, 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 patience. So what do we do while we're patient? Okay, while being patient, okay, so what not to do is coming to me. Okay, don't panic, don't stress, don't worry, don't let your mindset lower your vibration. Okay, because if you become overcome with fear, overcome with what ifs, overcome with negative thoughts that affect your emotions, that affect your state of being, that affect your willingness and ability to manage whatever it is that's on your plate today or this month. Um, you don't want to be overly hopeful either. So there is some aspect of realistic, being real in this. So yeah, so just watch what's lowering your vibration, what's putting you into a state of not real, lower vibrational energies, and also the reverse. Don't be over optimistic and over positive. You got to be real. You have to stay focused. You have to observe what is and work with what you can with where you are with what you got. Okay. All right. All right, so let's see what else is going on here. For us fire signs, I'm not a fire sign, but for fire signs. All right, okay. Okay, so we might have some energies of not understanding, okay? So people can only understand you from the level of perception that they are at. So that's with their knowledge, their wisdom, their awareness, their consciousness, okay? So when we're dealing with people and situations and they're offering us help, we have be careful not to overshare, be careful to share what is necessary, be careful to um, break things down that make sense to them, okay? Because some people are coming from a totally different world. They're not going to understand where you're coming from, your needs, wants, and desires, your choice of path or direction. So when this is the case, we need to have compassion, understanding for others, understanding, okay, that's you on your journey. I understand where you're coming from, but trying to help someone understand where you're coming from can be difficult. Okay, so be careful how you set yourself up for this situation. Okay, so when you're dealing with people, just be like, this is how it is, or this is why it is, or like, just do your best to communicate in a loving and nurturing way that they can take some information and process it however they are processing it. Okay. So yeah, just providing them with basics. Don't get too carried away with defending yourself or over explaining yourself. Quite often, sometimes people will walk away, sleep on it, and understand. Okay, sometimes we walk away, we will have like, oh, okay, I get it. Okay, I can see how that can be. But sometimes we also have patience and allow people to walk that dog themselves. Okay, so don't put too much pressure for things to be understood in the time of conversation. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, yeah, so more about that energy is don't worry about things too much. They will sort themselves out. So just stay true to your path, stay true to yourself, stay true to your mission, and what it is you are set to achieve. Okay? Okay. All right, let's see what else we have. What other messages do we have for our fire element? Okay. Protection. Okay. So we need to protect our hearts, our condition, our home, our, I don't want to say our reputation, because you just have to be, right? But protecting yourself, your situation, your world, your life, you know, what it is that makes things you and what makes you comfortable in this world. We need to protect those things, right? So I always resort to prayer for guidance in such situations, right? Answers aren't always immediate, right? So we can pray about our worries, pray about our concerns, and trust that we will be guided and discover, because we don't give up ourselves, but be guided and discover the path to our resolution or solution. Okay, so sometimes I pray, meditate, whatever works for you. I always allow time for clarity. Sometimes I do get instant, oh, well, let's look at this. You know, it depends on what level of communication you do have with yourself internally. Okay, so as we develop this relationship with ourselves, things can be clearer faster. Okay, but give yourself time, be patient, and then while we're being patient, waiting for our resolution and answers, we have to also do the work, because quite often we stumble across things because we can't rest until we find an answer, right? So if that's going to eliminate a fear for you, do it. Okay? Being proactive in a healthy way, which is eliminating your fears, facing your fears, looking abroad, searching, communicating, whatever the story is for you, eliminating what is bringing you fear or lowering your vibration is a good place to start. Prayer is great because it will also lighten your heart, you know, of worry and stress, and bring the focus back into your being. Okay? All right. Right. So life purpose is to learn, love, and grow. Okay? So that's a loaded statement. Learning also comes unlearning, because quite a lot we learn things that are preventing and limiting our beliefs, our situations, our thoughts, our conditions. So quite often learning is learning what we need to unlearn. All right. Love, unconditional love, and love is a state of being, right? It's not something you find. It's not something tangible, but it's part of who you are, right? So when you're a loving being, you're loving towards everybody. You're loving towards every situation. It doesn't mean you have to be walked all over. It doesn't mean you have to be accepting of things that are taxing to you, your being, your life, your condition, your situation. Boundaries are absolutely necessary when you are a giver, because takers rarely do. Okay, so yes. All right, and then there's this card also, just it says lighten your load. So again, that for me works with prayer and doing everything I can in a day to achieve the resolve or resolution. Okay, all right, let's see what else is going on. Right, discernment. Okay, so when we're dealing with our feelings and stories, discernment. Okay, not everyone needs to know every nitty-gritty detail. Um, Honesty is great, but you do need to understand sometimes we can hurt ourselves by sharing too much. We can hurt ourselves by telling too much of our dreams, our plans, because people can squash them. Okay, we have dreams and ambitions and inspirations for a reason. They're coming from the heart, the God, the situation. They are for you. They're part of your life purpose, right? So don't put anything in people's hands that could just crush things. Okay, and if it's at the thought in the beginning phases of creation, absolutely protect your vision, protect your mission, because people can insert themselves, people can derail, people can deflate and cause a lot of unnecessary situations. Because if it is something for you to worry about and to redirect and fix, that'll come to you in time, right? So don't let people get too involved. All right. Yes. So stay loving, stay nurturing, stay kind, stay focused, right? Right. Okay, so solitude. Yes, absolutely. So what I'm picking up here, there's some things going on. Solitude is great. Quite often when we are going through things, we do not want to be alone, right? So that is something you're going to have to address and face. If that's a fear of yours, is dealing with things alone, being alone. Alone is you. Alone is where you're going to find your wingspan, your strength, your will, your power. Okay? So, and also in times of solitude is also where you start communicating with yourself. So, like within prayer or meditation, or just in communication with yourself overall, evaluating your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs. These are all necessary things to create change, positive change, healing, and growth. Okay? So remember, you are the light. Sometimes we need dark to see our light. So don't be afraid of the dark. You are the light. Okay. All right. Let's ask our angels for any further prayer or suggestion here. Okay, emotional sensitivity. Honor and respect your deep sensitivity, as it is a gift to us all, right? So our emotions are expressing happiness, sad, comfort, discomfort, distress, gratitude, grace, right? So um, our emotions are a very powerful expression of our soul. So, being aware of that, emotional outbursts usually happen because we suppress our emotions. So maybe just be aware of, um, I'm suppressing, I'm bottling, I'm holding all this in, because things do come out, things do bubble over. So maybe that's where the solitude needs to come in. It's okay to take a moment. It's okay to hug a tree. It's okay to lay face down on the earth and cry. All right? These are all releasing things we cannot say, things we cannot share, right? So it's okay to take those moments. And it is okay to call in your angels, whether you know their names or not, to call them in and help you. Okay? All right, let's see if there is any other further. Right. Dear God, grant me a mind free of worry, a heart free of sadness, and a body free of sickness. Amen. All right, guys, that concludes our reading for now. Take care and best wishes.